Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Runbuck on Games. I'm Runbuck. Got another war recap for you. This time we stay over in the Middle East, taking on Team Iraq. As you can see here, we ended up winning 83-56. It was a little bit lopsided, I think, if I remember right. I mean, we had a lot of Town Hall 10s ourselves. What do we have here? 12. But I think they had a few more, or some. Was that right? I don't know. But anyway, the point of the story is that I think in this recap will be we had a lot of good Town Hall 9 hit-ups, a lot of voting on that. I'm just going to show you one from that group, and then a very nice set of Town Hall 9 peers. And then bonus round, we'll take a look at a nice Town Hall 11 attack. How about that? All right, so let's get to it. First off, with the Town Hall 9 hit-ups, really I could pick any of these, 12, 13, 14. They were all pretty solid. But we'll just go with Prince's attack on 12. Because we haven't seen Prince before, or I don't recall seeing him. This was the third attack on the base. I looked at it briefly, but oh, my epic pen is not up. I'll let you start there, and I'll just fire my pen here while it's doing it. All right, let's get to 2 times speed. So I think he. Oh, look at that, mass hogs. That's right. All I remember is that he ends up, I think, coming from this direction. Let's go ahead and take a gander. Yeah, so he does a nice entry point there in terms of getting the CC out, and has survivability with those golems with bowlers backing, so he can get some good depth and clearing. And look at this nice table that enabled him to have. And then to see the rare, you don't see these very often anymore, mass hog action moving through, but when you get that deep of a table, right, from your first phase, and then your second phase has something that narrow, one of which was a DGB. And if you looked at the map, as I'm looking at the map, I think you could also tell that really that one might be a DGB risk, but he could tell without even hitting that that was the only DGB that he was really at risk with. So just a simple hop in could really help him out and allow those hogs to just run clean. So it's nice to see a little hogs every now and then. So so it was third hit. So yeah, he probably actually knew where the DGBs were. And I guess, you know, the hog deployment, if I went back and looked at it again, wasn't like amazing. I mean, it was more of just, you know, hey, there's a thin line, let me just kind of like mass, almost line deploy. Here, we'll just do full 4 times speed real fast. But the other thing is that this is somewhat of a hit up. Or is it? Wait, no, Prince. I think Prince is a Town Hall. We'll have to check that. I think he's a Town Hall 9. But yeah, he actually had 2. So he had somewhat of a trigger. He had a small group here, basically honoring that DGB position, and then he swept with the other side from here. So actually, the hog deployment was a little bit better than I thought. So double high five to Mr. Prince. Let's take a look at what level he actually is, now that I'm curious. Aren't you? Prince, what do you think he is? I think he's a 9.5 now that I'm talking about it in my head. Where the hell is he? Oh, there he is. Profile. Nope. So that was a nice hit up against Infernos. That's right, duh. I said it was hit up. It's early. It's early. Give me a break, will you? Give me a break. All right, let's move on to Ohio's hit on 11. Haven't heard from Ohio lately. And actually, I was supposed to... Yeah, so this is Ohio hits on 11. That's Carlos. Ohio's hit on 20. Sorry. Was reading the wrong numbers. Dude. I'm clicking for nothing here today. Alright. So we've got basically a 9.5. King Queen are a little bit rushed, you know, on 16, 18, so that's not going to be a factor. But Ohio's really not bringing home max royals either, so it's kind of even. He doesn't have too complex of a cut, but all he's really trying to do is get in and get the ADs for his later air attack. Really push that core, and look at that nice pathing. So that probably is the highlight of the attack. in terms of getting those Valks and King just to move to that really deep set AD. Really need to go back and probably look at that briefly. I mean, he for one, you have to know where the Valks are going to penetrate so that your jump. But I guess that jump enables either penetration side to work. What he didn't want is this side, because then that would kind of force him to fight that other AD. And you can see that it would have mattered. I mean, he didn't have a gazillion aspects of power left. Let's go ahead and speed that up a little bit and then look at the fresh base and see if we can see what attack was that. That was and it's a fresh attack. So I mean, this is a nicely done, well planned out attack. I mean, so as you look at that, I mean, he cleared it out a little bit. I mean, it wasn't an extremely hard clutter to clear, but you know, he's pretty high odds he's going to get in here. And at that point, given that he's got boulders backing, it's pretty safe to say. My concern would be is like they're going to chuck and clear everything, but he gets the Valks in, so I guess he would have dropped his Valks before his boulders, so that they're in there cutting earlier, because the cut points are here, and maybe here. But since he comes in from here, it's going to be one of these two, so he knows that if he puts in a jump here with the 7 radius of the jump, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it'd be like right here. If he jumps right there, all these boxes are open. And so he can then basically move through here and get this, and then the bowlers hopefully would sense that other AD position and chuck at it. So let's see if that's actually how it flows, now that we've seen it before and forgotten. Little golem to save some time. Nice patience. And it was the queen that took out that backside AD. But yeah, otherwise the flow was very much what we thought it would be. And then, you know, it's just one AD. And did he have, was that 2 or 3 hounds? I think it was just 2, because he had the golem over on this side. But if you can get 3 ADs down, you don't need that many hounds to actually do anything. Sorry, there's a fly flying around me. I just like to blow at them. It's very zen. You know, you try to blow at a fly, it's not easy. Yeah, just one. Well, even lower than I thought. So just one hound there. So that was a little light, but it worked out because of the fact of the pathing early and those Valks really clearing the path of exactly what he wanted to take out. So well-planned attack by Ohio. That's probably my favorite attack of what I've seen in looking at the replays now that I've seen it and knowing that it's a fresh attack. Last full depth dive would be number 16. Let's go back, take a gander, then we'll do our bonus. Oh, Woo Boy. That's right. It's been a while since Woo Boy's been on. He's so passe now with his air attacks. Everybody's doing it, so Woo Boy, you were ahead of your time. Now everybody's doing it and making videos. But yeah, so it's the usual 4Q entry. It's a little interesting that he went outside instead of a wall breaker there. I'd be curious on why he did that. But he's going to get the things that you want. CC, Archer Queen, 2 ADs, 1 Expo, and an Air Sweeper from that initial push. Which is pretty good, right? I don't know about you. Well, actually, he doesn't get that AD. So this one here survives. Gets a little nicked up, but not really. But he ends up having more ADs than he would like. He would have liked the Archer Queen to deal with that AD. It didn't happen. But notice it's still enough in terms of getting it done, because he comes across the side, and even though those Teslas are firing the heck out of the balloons that were coming across, he makes it through. And it's what I think saved him was that somehow, might be interesting to go back and see, I think that hound ended up taking out the AD all by itself. Let's go back and look. I think that's what ended up taking, because that was the, if his attack was going to go into the tank, that was going to be it. And also let's take a look at why didn't the queen end up getting that AD. He was a little wide, so I mean he put it over here, so she's going to bias to this side. Probably because he was worried about the bowlers. So he probably was thinking the bowlers would get this, but they ended up going to center. Oh, it's 2 hounds working it, plus some minions. Okay. But yeah, so if I was going to think, how could have, if I'm Woo, how do I increase the odds that the queen sweeps what we need. Let's look at it just to scout of that base real quick. There it is. So if the queen would come in from this side, we'd get for sure these two. And then if you drop your bowlers with the golem set, there's going to be one golem there anyway. And so slant your golems more on this side, they're going to throw and chuck at this stuff. Because you've already got your 4 EQ, you're open from here to here. So all this, so basically this line is your throw line. So I think maybe if he would have gone with just more of a queen golem on this side, but he kind of just went in the middle of it, I think that might have made a little bit of difference of getting this down. Still ended up getting it, but I don't know if we would agree with that or not. He can comment. He comments sometimes on the videos to kind of clarify. He would know better than me. And then lastly, for bonus round, oh wait a minute, I got to pause. I have to do my attack in the clouds. Has come up in the Legendary League. One sec. Okay, I'm back. I would have been a 3 on a Town Hall 10, or 11, but I didn't see it when I was recording with you guys until 12 seconds in, so I ended up with 3 seconds left in 2 buildings. The price I pay. The price I pay. I think we were going to the bonus round on this before wrapping up, and that would be an attack by Nord on a Town Hall 11. Now, I actually missed on this base. I think it's this one. Nope. I actually made that one, so this must be talking about this one. So Nord on 3. Let's take a gander. And what I liked about this attack was, I mean, this is classic, the Hebo flanks, Hebo charge, right? But the recognition, watch the jump placements, right? So one, to place the jump here really is interesting in that you wouldn't really typically think about that because you have this gap here. But to ignore that gap, pretend that actually that is actually closed off, right? Might be the better way to think about these styles of bases. And then look at the second jump, right? So as you come in, and you know that you've got this cut team with the queen, so the flow of your troops is going to be this way anyway, and they're going to be in here as well as here. It keeps your troops in a way of basically not being flanked from this side. So basically his flow isolated his team to one side throwing, running through the base, and he's basically can go all the way around because of the way the base is laid out, right? We've got a racetrack on the outside. The bowler chuck distance is 2, so the bowler chuck distance is here, and we know already that he's gotten to this point with his troops as it was. So I just thought it was an interesting way of thinking about bowlers, because the problem, I attacked it with miners, and what happened when I did it with miners is miners really don't, you know, you can look at walls as a negative or you can look at them as a positive, and in this case they're actually helping Nord funnel his troops and work them in a way that they were only being attacked from one side at a time. So as he moved through this way, he made that choice of coming down to this side, placing the jump there, not trying to go into the middle of the base and be flanked on both sides. Miners, you don't get that choice. Miners kind of just spread. The only way you can control the spread of miners is having a really deep table. So I thought it was a nice recognition by Nord of this first jump, which people wouldn't see usually unless you just said, well, this is dumb. I'll pretend this is like some 12-foot high wall breaker, blew that hole open, and I'm just going to run the queen in there with the healers and make my cut as I usually would. And then once you've got that one cut, then you just say, well, then I want to run my my bowler group down this angle here because there's low pressure and I can swing back in. So really, I thought I like this attack. It's not your standard. It wasn't. I said at the beginning this is basic Hebo flanks, Hebo charge, but it wasn't, because he only had one Hebo flank, so it was Hebo flank. It's not no S. Hebo flank. Or I lied again. Dude, I'm just going to keep lying every time. See, we're trying to find the right word here, because I think it's important, right? So if we're pretending to close this off, what he really did was a queen flank. Oh, no, I lied. There's the Hebo. See? So it was Hebo flank. So Hebo flank, although I don't know why. Oh, you know why he did that? Because he wanted his bowlers to go in deeper. Yep. So it was Hebo flanks, but with the goal of going right. Usually, what's different is it wasn't a Hebo charge. It's more of a Hebo walk after that. He's walking, so he's walking more of a Hebo walk in the middle. So good job, Nord. All right, that does it for this war with Team Iraq. Next up is Wolverines 3. And we'll see how we do against the team of Adamantium. Don't you say? Isn't it spelled? Isn't it pronounced adamantium? Adamantium? Hell, I don't know. All right. See you guys later.
What am I gonna do? My clan sucks. Hey, it's JTJ.
I think that's an all-out attack.
No, it's the legendary JTJU. JTJU. What? I like my horn. You and this army. Download Clash of Clans for free. Then subscribe to JTJU and win.